I said it 3 days ago. This will be a fight afterwards. Whoever loses is going to say, I won, and you will see this thing drag on and on. No matter who wins, we lose. Said that from the beginning. It's true. Both of these guys are bad for this country. Nobody likes either of them. You got half the country hate a guy because of falsehoods. And yeah, there's a lot of stuff there to not like. I don't love everything about the guy at all. I don't like a lot of the things about what he says and how he says it. I like seeing Americans doing well. Evil that all of a sudden we got this guy who's going to try to be president and say that he's going to be about America all of a sudden after 47 years. Oh, after 47 years, you want to be about America after signing NAFTA and doing all other things to abandon our nation? Now, when you have a guy for 4 who made it about America, you got to shift and all of a sudden pretend that you care about America. And we all fell for it, didn't we? Well, again, the royal we, that 50% of this nation plus did not even get the truth. Because I don't care who you are. If you actually saw the truth, you would not have voted for that man. There's no way. And then when I see people say, if you voted for Trump, then you are a horrible human being. You're evil. Well, you just drank the Kool-Aid, and you just swallowed every pill they gave you for 4 years because that comment tells me that you're ignorant. Yes, you are ignorant. By making a judgment on a man that's the sitting president of the United States based on fake news that you watch, instead of doing the research, instead of typing in the words, Donald Trump's presidential accomplishments. How hard is that to do for an educated person? To type in the accomplishments of a president of the United States and then say something afterwards when you're actually reading it. These are not Donald Trump's accomplishments. These are Ronald Reagan's accomplishments. These are Jimmy Carter, whoever. But don't say the words Donald Trump because you obviously have a major issue with that name and that person and that individual who's the sitting president of the United States. Not my president. Oh, really? Yeah, thanks. Really appreciate that. The female Patton Oswalt strikes again. That's freaking Pat. I may even be Patton Oswalt. I keep saying the female. That may be Patton Oswalt in the street in 2016. Not my president. All right, Patton. Easy does it. We get it. We get it. All right. You think anybody's... I'm doing it right now, I guess. Not my president. I told you, if it winds up being this guy wins, that's my sleep sofa. Look, I'm going to go out. I'm going to say, did you see my new sleep sofa? Yeah, it came all lumpy. And it's like, smells like a dog peed on it or something. I know. Yeah, no, it's a sleep sofa Joe. You can't expect a new sleep sofa Joe. No, it's going to be old and lumpy. Yeah, it's going to smell like an old 76 Thunderbird. Yeah, especially after granola was left in the back seat and yogurt. Yeah, no good. That's definitely not. That sleeper pooper pants, you made him president. YouTube, you're so good at suppressing good content because you suck. Yeah, that's good. I'm proud of you. Oh, Chris, I'm praying. I'll tell you what, then what I just did here is a rant about nothing. But when I heard Wisconsin, we lost Wisconsin, I want to say we. Like I said, this nation we're fighting for is America. We're fighting for America right now. We're not fighting for the soul of America. We're fighting for America. For the existence of America. You had a group walking through the streets yesterday in Minneapolis that said America is dead. America is done. This is what they want. And you guys, you want to usher it in? You got one guy who's talking about law and order and the Constitution and protecting American values. And then you got another one that's supporting violence on the streets, doesn't say a word about Antifa, pretends it's white ring supremacists. They'll keep saying whatever they need to say in order to get you riled up. Even when you could look at a video of 22 occurrences where he said, I disavow. That's what it is, a disavow. I disavow. Are you kidding me? I don't even want his freaking vote. Wages is with me. Hey, buddy, Trump won't concede. We now have Republicans saying Trump has no right to call voting a fraud. Well,
Guys, I think the funny thing to me, and this always will be funny, is when people say that voting's not a fraud, that it can't be a fraud. Blah, 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 blah. Look, no, there's been no proof ever of it being a fraud. Okay, Democrats. Well then, Democrats, let me ask you a question why one of your biggest Democrats said this.
It's Hammerl and Jameson. We head to the studio live with Donald Trump for episode 18 of The Donald Trump Show. Good afternoon, and thank you for joining me on episode 18 of The Donald Trump Show. Tonight we're going to talk about Nadler. You know, he's basically trying to say there's no such thing as Antifa. He also is pushing the voting by mail. So I thought it'd be an old piece of footage I just came across.
It's a very tempting point. I just, as a very experienced, practical politician from New York.
Well, I'm from New York too, Nibbly Nadler.
I feel constrained to observe that in my experience in New York, paper ballots are extremely susceptible to fraud.
Really? That's not what all of your cohorts are saying. Jerry, they're saying that it will be safe. Everybody can vote by mail. They'll be able to vote for Biden. And whether they're alive or not, their vote will be counted.
Paper ballots are extremely susceptible to fraud. Extremely susceptible to fraud. Fraud.